to That Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to That Wrestling Podcast. The good bad guys of wrestling podcast are back talking all things Wrestlemania Saturday. Wrestlemania Saturday is in the books from SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Joe is with me. Kevin is not, and maybe slim chance Jason joins us. Jason is probably walking to his car as we record, or he just sat down for a long night of traffic after a hell of a night of wrestling. So yeah, it's me and Joe here tagging up, and appropriately unplanned tag team. Joe is wearing the Kevin Owens shirt, and I'm wearing the Sami Zayn honorary Uce shirt. And I guess we could start with that, Joe, that we...
Wow, I was shocked that you were wearing that shirt, though, because it's like, I told you before we recorded that I had 4 wardrobe changes today in honor of WrestleMania, but it's like, ending the night with KO when I knew it was the main event, had to.
Yeah, no, I had it on since midday, and I don't know about you, because I think you were the one who revealed this to me. I stayed off online for any wrestling news today.
Right.
I gave it through SmackDown in the Hall of Fame, and I said, all right, I don't want to know any surprises. I don't want to know just, who's in town or anything with the match order, because I know we had plenty of discussion about what should be the main event of night one. And I think you had shared the text saying that it looks like it is Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus the Usos. And so
it was the right call.
Happy to see that.
It was the right call.
It was. It absolutely deserved it. I thought the match was a little slow at first. Sammy was getting his ass kicked.
So was Kevin.
Yeah, but it definitely picked up. It picked up in a big way, and the crowd ate it up. So yeah, we have new tag team champions, Sammy and Kevin Owens, ending the record-setting title reign of the Usos. But we'll just kind of do some general thoughts, just how the entire night looked and felt, and what you thought. Joe, I mean, I think they hit it out of the park. This was top to bottom fantastic. It had all the pageantry that you love about WrestleMania, with just the incredible stage, just everybody's their entrances. A lot of them were really nice and very special for WrestleMania. Huge crowd. And the matches all delivered. Even we had an impromptu match with Pat McAfee and The Miz that was unscheduled. So I'm walking away very, very satisfied for night one.
Oh, so am I.
Yeah,
100%. It's at least this year we didn't have a charity event to go to, like Jason was mentioning so much this week, that charity event with the air quotes, but I was happy with tonight. And the thing is, I think when it came to the build of the card, I felt like night one was the weakest of the two.
Okay.
That if that's the weakest of the two nights, I can't wait for tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Because everything delivered. We can talk about it in a little bit of we always have to talk about what was the best match of the night? What was the worst match? And it's one of those things with tonight. It's hard to pick a worse match because everything was good.
Yes.
But completely. You have to pick something that doesn't level up to the rest of the night. So that's where I'm looking at for night one. But let's just start with that. Like we were talking about KO and Sami Zayn main event. But what do you think was the best match of the night? I have one by far, not even close.
Okay. Yeah. So, I'm trying to go back and forth in my brain a little bit. At first guess, I might go Charlotte and Rhea. And for me, that was my please don't give them the main event spot, because the build wasn't how it should have been compared to Sammy and KO versus the Usos. But from the get-go, they were just, I noticed they were just really hitting hard, and it was pretty basic. It was a lot of clotheslines and chops and slams, but boy, when they got into it where Rhea went for the riptide and Charlotte reversed it into a DDT that spiked Rhea on her head, And from that point on, it was fantastic. I mean, there was a couple of Rhea suplexes on Charlotte where I thought Charlotte was going to be paralyzed. It was like, oh, okay, you are flipping over. That's good, because if you landed on the back of your neck, it wouldn't have been good. So that one, I mean, I thought the match would be really well. It would be a really good match. But I thought just the back and forth. I mean, when it kept going and going, I said to my friend Ken here, I don't know who's taking this. So it just had a lot of drama to it that I really appreciated. And who would have yours been of the overwhelming one?
Oh, the overwhelming match of the night for me was Seth Rollins, Logan Paul.
Okay.
Beginning to end, that thing was just so entertaining. And it's like more kudos to Logan Paul to, like, you know, proving how athletic he really is with everything that he was doing. And he was being like the straight up heel of the night, which last year he sort of was, but then like basically had the face turn because of the Miz. And then when we were at SummerSlam, he was 100% good guy against Roman Reigns in Saudi Arabia, 100% good guy, but he's still playing like, you know, I think they told a great story, and I was so happy with the fact that Seth won, because it was an easy pick to say that, you know, oh, Seth doesn't need to win, but he did, and it like played the story well. So I think the overall best match of night one was Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. But really close second was the 4-way tag match.
That was fantastic.
Wow, that was fun.
I did not have expectations for it. It was definitely well, because we're doing 2 nights, let's throw these people onto the card. We have time to fill.
We can't put everyone in the Andre Battle Royal on Friday night. So let's just put 4 teams together.
Yes.
The women have a high bar.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow night.
Big time. That started with Chad Gable doing that German suplex on Braun from the roll. Like, wow. And then we had Ivar with the moonsault, Braun with the top rope splash that we threw the video up on our Twitter.
Yep.
Because from Jay.
Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, Jay had amazing seats. Got some great video of some of these matches. And there was about a half a second there where I thought, uh-oh, Braun, you're about to fall and face plant. But he did okay.
What was great about that, you mentioned Chad Gable with the German on Braun, and the crowd was into it, and he did the thank you.
Yes, that was
I was like, he stayed in character. Good. Like, that was so entertaining, and it was so short too. But I was into it from beginning to end. Like, everybody got everything in, everyone looked good. It was definitely what they said it was going to be, because when you hear Wrestlemania showcase, you're thinking like, no, it's just basically it's a nothing, but they showcase everyone's talent, and kudos to all 8 people in that match.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, from the level of expectations being, you know, maybe the lowest on the card for night one to, you know, having the praise that we're sharing on it now. Completely deserved. Yeah, everybody did fantastic. That was absolutely incredible. I don't know what was better, the Dominic entrance or the Ray entrance.
Ray's entrance.
Both
Ray's
were
entrance
amazing.
was so much better.
So much better.
I'm
the prison escort to the ring for this Dom. Come on, that was hilarious.
Dom's was good, but Ray's was so much better. It fit California. It fit Los Angeles with Snoop Dogg with Nothing But a G thing. And then it fit with the lowrider with Eddie's We Lie, We Cheat, We Steal. And then it fit with Ray. That told the best story. Like, we're talking about like being wrestling fans here again, but it's like it's all about stories. Dom's told one story, Prison Dom. Ray's told 3. Location, history
with Eddie,
and present. So Ray's was better by far.
I like your reasoning.
Ray won. And Ray won.
And Ray did win, which you had correct on our picks. Yep. You are in the lead on our picks by 1 right now.
Stupid
over
damage
myself.
control.
And
My only loss of the night was damage control.
you couldn't have turned your back on BLT. I tried to tell you.
But they still were calling them Becky, Trish, Lita. And I was
know.
like, I was even telling Jessica,
They're not there yet.
They should be Becky, Lita, Trish, because Brian is insistent on BLT. And she actually laughed at it too. So
there's something there. I don't know how they haven't figured that out yet. But yeah, I'm glad they pulled out the victory. But that match was fun. Crowd was great. I mean, you could tell from the night prior watching the Hall of Fame, if you got to watch the Hall, Joe.
A little bit. I fell asleep after Andy caught when Ric Flair came out. I knew he'd be on for a while, so I'm like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah. Nate had things to say, as he typically does. But yeah, you could tell the crowd was so happy for Ray and just how this story has been. It played out perfectly. Dom and Rhea and Priest, they walk off the stage during the speech and get that going, which I thought was fantastic done. We didn't have to have a brawl or anything like that. So I thought that was really good. And the crowd was into it. I mean, when Ray took the belt and the whip it, I mean, my God, like every mom and dad in the building probably had their hair stand on their head, just going like, yes, beat that kid up.
Oh, another Jessica quote from that was, what do you think the chances are he's just going to put Dominic over his knee and start spanking him? I'm like, well, he may take off the belt. So like, we got that.
Yeah, we did.
That was entertaining. And that was great. Yeah. But it was so obvious Ray was going to win. When, the family's at ringside, he comes out with Snoop.
Yeah.
And then when the LWO came out and actually was on Ray's side, which I like Jason's idea of Dominic eventually leading them, but WrestleMania weekend, him becoming a Hall of Famer, it was so obvious that he was going to win tonight. So I'm glad that I was the only one who picked him.
Yeah, I didn't see it that way. I thought, let's keep the Dom momentum, but they had the setup now.
But did Dom lose the momentum?
No,
not at all.
Especially now we have this Bad Bunny involvement that'll lead to Puerto Rico, exactly, with the next show.
Dom became a winner in his loss.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he didn't lose. Yeah, he can say about the chain being taken away or whatever with the Priest.
Even though that's a blatant cheat.
Yeah. Exactly. But it was all that Bad Bunny shouldn't have interfered. And
when when they announced that Bad Bunny was going to be out there for commentary, I'm like, he's going to be setting up something for Backlash.
Yes. Yeah. No, that made perfect sense. I didn't know if there'd be a conflictedness though, because of him and Priest teaming up at a couple Manias. So, but that became clear.
But they never made any contact with each other, so it didn't matter.
Well, until the chain part. Yeah.
Well, but Priest was already out of it because of the LWO.
Yeah, but no, but did Bunny take the chain from Dom?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he was taking it from
Priest. Had the chain in the jacket.
Got it. Yes. Okay. Got it.
And it's like, can we just say that Damian Priest deserves better? 2 years in a row of just being a sideline distraction.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, completely. Yeah, he's kind of in a weird spot right now. I know Jay thought do him and Edge Hell in a Cell because they were the first to start the Judgment Day. So I don't know. I'm sure we'll see him tomorrow in some capacity. So
I know I made the joke tonight with the when Michael Cole said, Finn Balor, you should be worried about your match tomorrow night. And I'm like, well, Finn Balor doesn't have a match tomorrow night. The Demon does. Finn's allowed to be out there. The Demon's the one who has the match tomorrow night. But
that's right.
Okay, so now going back to the good, let's go with even though I'm always called like the negative guy on here.
Yeah.
I'm not being negative because there was no bad match. But if you had to pick one match that was just like the lowest of them all, which one would you pick? We're not going to call it a dud, but we're just going to basically say which one was like the one that just didn't get going.
I would say I probably would say, and maybe I'd do a rewatch, but I probably would go with BLT and Damage Control.
Okay.
That one again kind of picked up as it went along. I just think, boy, I feel like I've never seen Dakota Kai land offense on Becky or against Lita and Trish. I feel like she's always getting beat up, always. And so whenever she's in the ring, I can't take him seriously because I feel like she never is on offense. Like even, Bailey does a lot of the heavy lifting. EO can do her moonsault on everybody to the outside. She has her shine. And Becky and Lita and Trish, they'll have their moments. Dakota Kai is the one person in there that it's just like whenever she's involved, I feel like she's always just, getting punked. So yeah, that match ended up.
She had a good spot though when Trish did the handstand flip on her to everyone on the side. I mean,
yeah,
Dakota Kai did have to be involved in that spot.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought Cena and
You may be
Theory.
convincing me to change my mind, but I'm going to stick with my original.
Okay. I thought, yeah, as I said, if I go back and watch Cena and Theory, maybe I'd give that one because that was nothing too unexpected, except I did like the finish a lot because the nut shot that Theory did was a callback to Theory or to Cena on the Raw going, we know you don't have it down there. And so Theory.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. I think that was just like Theory WrestleMania was sponsored by Snickers, so it was the nut shot of the night.
Yeah,
but
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I gotta go with Cena Theory as the lowest match.
Okay.
Because I didn't like the ending. I really did not like the ending.
Okay.
For the simple fact that John Cena, as the 20+ year professional, should know not to celebrate until he hears the bell ring.
He
celebrated when he saw the tapping. And that was like, John Cena's smarter than that. He's had 20 years of being smarter than that. That was like the dumbest thing he's done in his entire career. And I understand why they did it, but it was like, the match wasn't that great to begin with. It was okay. It was entertaining. Yeah. It was okay, but it was all Austin Theory. Like Cena didn't really get much in. So does that really help Austin Theory on Monday night? Because remember Cena's promo, which was your homework when you were gone, was when you win,
you still lose.
So did he do enough to be a real winner? Because he beat a guy who has been out of practice for so long. It's like he's not the same John Cena. So I think that was like pretty much the weakest of them. It was still entertaining. It was a good start. It got the crowd going.
Match.
But afterwards, it's like thinking. But you kind of convinced me with the BLT versus Damage Control. That one may be the one that was the weakest of the bunch. I enjoyed it. I remember when we were watching it, Jessica said that Becky's going to be so mad because her husband put the bar so high. It's like she's got to follow him. And it's like, he's got to go home to her tonight and be like, yeah, thanks for filling the crowd for me. But But maybe that was the weakest, but I'm still going to stick with my original of Cena versus Theory. There was no drama to it, and it was a terrible ending.
Yeah, I like I said, I'd probably go back and watch that too, and see maybe I'd change my answer if you'd asked me it tomorrow. But yeah, I thought it was a fun opener, and I connected the downstairs nut shot there to what Cena did to him, and so we'll see if he mentions that come Monday. But yeah,
and the Pat McAfee Miz match doesn't count.
No, that was a good. Let's reset the crowd after the Charlotte rematch and then get ready for the main event. I will say though, I did have some doubt because we all picked Austin Theory, but when they did the Make-A-Wish package and they bring out all those amazing kids on the stage and Cena comes out, I was like, he can't lose now, can he? Like, I know we all thought, but like this is Cena. He is Mr. Make-A-Wish. So I had some doubt too, and they obviously stuck with kind of what we all thought would happen.
It didn't affect any of us because we all picked Theory to win. So even if you would have lost, it wouldn't have affected our competition.
Right. Yeah, that part would have been the same. But I was still just in doubt of what I thought of. Yeah, you're up one. I know Kevin texted the scenarios.
Yeah,
I'm not
Kevin's
worried about it.
I'm like Kevin's biggest fan, apparently. I don't know. He kept going like, "Oh, Joe's up again. Joe's up again." I'm like, Kevin, calm down.
Yeah. No, he's into it. He loves the
loves
spreadsheet and the picks and everything else.
Kevin, have fun in Alabama. I hope you're enjoying your time with your family right now. But it's like, I appreciate the love that you were giving throughout the text messages, but a little too soon. We still got one more night.
Absolutely. Yeah. All the scenarios were being played out. It was just I'm not focused on that just yet. Let's get to tomorrow and we can look at that a little bit more. So
what else from tonight really stood out to you as like it could be a Mania moment years from now where it's like, you want to go back on the Peacock or whatever network they're on and saying, I'm going to watch this match? Is there anything from tonight that stood out to you that way?
I don't know. No, I think we pretty much have covered most everything. I'm going over that 4-way again, which is how surprising it was. I mean, boy, I think for just pure ridiculousness, Ray and Dom again with just the entrances and the match itself. Dom
looked good though.
Yeah,
Dom actually looked good wrestling, but so did Ray. So that was entertaining.
I know. And I thought that too. It's just like, obviously, I mean, I think they would have to have chemistry in the ring together.
Because they train together, yeah.
You would have to think. They kind of know each other's tendencies. But I thought exactly the same. I thought Ray looked great. And that's just a fun thing to think about because we've been celebrating his career with the Hall of Fame and looking back on all these things. And it's like, God damn, he's still really, really good.
He's still good. I don't see him retiring anytime soon.
Yeah.
And I know he said 50, but it's like,
I mean, yeah,
not bad.
No, cross that bridge when we get there. And I did love, because that's the first, the first match I can remember with Rey Mysterio in a really long time that had like that sort of passion behind it. People wanted to see him beat Dom up.
Yes.
And
according to Michael Cole, there's no one here in attendance who wants to see Dominic win. And I'm like, I know one.
There is one man. He's actually trying to chime in.
And here he is right now. Yes. The one man who Michael Cole did not think of when it came down to everyone wanted Dominic to lose. And I'm like, no, Michael Cole, there's one person who wanted him to win. And here he is right now.
Can you hear us, Jason?
I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. I heard Michael Cole say that Joe still sucks. So,
well, he said a lot of things. He said a lot of things wrong tonight. So it doesn't matter.
Well, he's correct on that one.
Wow. Talk to us, brother. Just talk.
So I'm my phone's about to die. So literally, I'm like that. So, great night. It's just been a long couple days. I'm exhausted. I'm in line to pick up the John Cena shirt, the new one,
the G.I. Joe one.
Yeah. So we're there.
Nice.
And then I'm on the way out. Somebody wanted to buy one of our chairs, and I said $250. And he said, sold.
Hey now.
And because I'm a nice guy, but because I'm a nice guy, I just said 200 to work just fine. I didn't think he would actually whip out 250, but he had it. And I was like, yeah, 200, it's fine. It's all good. And then we're walking, and then someone just offered us $20 for the other one. I'm like, no, we're good.
20.
Really?
Yeah. It was a grandpa, so I get it. Okay. Yeah, overall, great night one. I don't know how I'm ever going to go on. Maybe not winning the t-shirt bet. I mean, I don't have enough. I don't have enough.
It's crazy, were just talking about that, how Kevin's like, my biggest fan, apparently.
Well, because he thinks if you win, maybe you'll buy something that'll fit him, or maybe he'll say, "Oh no, you know what, Kevin, you just buy one for yourself." Because that's what I would do if I would win. I would say, "You know what, guys, just go ahead and buy a shirt for yourself instead of me, because I'm that thoughtful."
Well, we were talking.
You
Jessica and I were talking about it. It's like Jason. It doesn't matter if he won because he's a real winner. He's actually at WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
We're at home watching it on TV, and you're actually there in the 10th row. So,
I'm actually surprised Brian actually did watch. I just figured his wife would just say, "You can't watch WrestleMania, and you got to go to this brewery cross-dressing event." So
April Fools.
I was so mad. Oh my god, I was like yelling at my TV, and I'm like, "This motherfucker! I cannot believe he's gonna pull this shit again. This is Royal Rumble all over again."
That's
all right,
amazing.
Jason, real quick, because I know your battery's about to die, and you're waiting in line. What was the best match of the night, and what was the worst? And it doesn't mean there was anything bad, but the one that was the least.
Maybe your bathroom break.
Yeah, your bathroom break.
Bathroom break was the 4 tag teams, the men's showcase match.
Even though we thought that was great,
and it was kind of good at the end. But then the damage control match was kind of boring. And honestly, from where I was sitting, the Rhea Charlotte match, I don't know how it came off on TV, but it did not feel good in the arena.
Oh, it didn't feel good.
Good to hear.
Okay.
Good to hear. I actually considered that match to be like an AEW match. It was just so getting their stuff in without telling a story.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, how many super kicks can Kevin Owens take in one night? Seriously.
3 less than Sami Zayn.
Yeah, insane amounts of super kicks.
But what was the best match of the night?
Logan, Seth.
We agreed.
That was Joe's pick. Yep.
Yeah, Logan Seth was amazing. I mean, you saw the video I sent from his entrance.
Yep.
Yeah, fantastic.
It was just awesome. So we're doing the show. Yeah. So Logan Seth. Yeah, see, Michelle's here.
What's up?
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Welcome. You're on That Wrestling Podcast. You're on the air.
How you guys doing?
Hey,
doing well. How are you?
Good.
Good.
You know, now that Michelle's on, we're just missing one wife to be on the show.
What are we doing?
Yep.
Why is Jess there too? Is Jess?
No, Jessica was on
just in
after we went to
general,
Raw.
in general.
Laura's been on. Now Michelle's been on, so we need Angela on, and we get all the wives on at one point.
There you go.
I don't know if she'll allow Brian to allow her to be on the podcast. I mean, we know how that's going. So overall, great night one.
Yeah.
Looking at the camera?
Yeah, I'm just here. I don't care. My show. I mean, I can do whatever I want, right?
Oh, by the way, Jason, you notice what shirts Brian and I are wearing? Was not planned.
Nice.
Oh, you're wearing the same shirt?
No,
I got KO.
Sammy.
He's got Sammy.
Great minds.
I have the greatest shirt in the history of shirts, the WrestleFest.
That's a good
got
one.
a lot of love. Got a lot of love for it tonight. Yeah.
I did wear the Charlotte shirt during the match.
Oh, I thought you were watching your car with that when you sent the photo. So
Brian, you're the guy here with your Macho Man shirt on.
I told him to go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Michelle.
You're
Love
welcome.
it. Love it. Love
That's
it.
great.
So, all right, guys, I'm about to
buddy.
jump off here because my phone's gonna die. So, yeah, enjoy wrestling. Joe sucks, and I'm Mr. WrestleMania again, 2 years in a row, I think. So, yeah,
And do it all again tomorrow night.
yeah, I'll do it all again tomorrow night.
Awesome.
All right, guys, talk
All
later.
right, buddy.
All right,
Yeah.
have fun
Bye.
tomorrow.
That's Jason live from SoFi Stadium in LA.
Waited in line to buy a John Cena shirt. Is this
No.
2005?
Is it ain't available on shop.com? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Actually,
but-
if I win, that was probably going to be one of them I was thinking of getting because it's G.I. Joe inspired.
Yeah, that is sharp. That is sharp. Yeah, maybe it's a stadium exclusive. I doubt it. It's Cena, right? They will put that on every website available, but hey, whatever works, man.
Who knows? But remember, he had a stadium exclusive with the Super Mario 3 one. So maybe this is a stadium exclusive. But anyway, I was curious about the Rhea versus Charlotte live because it seemed like the crowd was kind of dead for it. So
I mean, and I thought so too. And then they definitely, it seemed like they got into it with, especially they had like the boo yay punching spot and
which of course was Rhea was the yay.
Yeah,
which is not good sign when she's supposed to be the bad guy and
that's
Charlotte's supposed
what
to
I
be
was
the
wondering.
good guy. But
I thought
Charlotte,
it was a decent mix. But yes, Rhea was more.
They ruined it with her like promo on SmackDown. I mentioned it last week on the show.
Yep.
They don't know what to do with her. Like, stop trying to make her a face. Stop trying to make her like her father. let her be herself, and she'll find her. It's hard to say that when she's had the belt 14 times, but
Yeah.
she still hasn't. To me, my only complaint about her is not her athleticism. It's she hasn't found her way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Let's quickly look at tomorrow.
Okay.
With just something you're most looking forward to, or a quick thought on just expectations for tomorrow, because as we've established, the bar for night one has been set pretty high.
What I'm looking forward to most is Cody finishing the story. In second place is the Intercontinental Championship match of Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew being the banger that we know it's going to be. And most likely match of the year 2023, if I have anything to say about that.
I'm looking forward to that as well. I'm really looking forward to Edge and Demon and seeing how that plays out. I saw the original, Hell in a Cell, not the red cell, is back. So that's great. That's a beautiful thing. Let's get rid of that red forever. So I'm really excited for that.
Let's get rid of that pay-per-view forever.
Yeah, which I think we're getting that way if it's not already official. This is what Hell in a Cell is supposed to be, the culmination of a long feud. So
which this has been.
That's exactly this would fit that bill. It's been going on, I think, since June. So yeah, I'm excited for that one and the ones you said as well. But yeah, they absolutely delivered tonight. Excited about tomorrow. I wonder if we'll get any other surprise thing, because night one had 7 matches, then plus the McAfee Miz Snoop Dogg thing, and tomorrow's only scheduled for 6. So maybe there's another surprise thing that happens.
But the 6 that they have are going to be long matches.
Well, yes, you would think main event Hell in a Cell is going to be long. Bianca and Asuka could be long. Yeah, the triple threat in it Continental could be long. So yeah, it doesn't need to be. But
one last thing about tonight, because it kind of made me laugh. Did you not think it was funny when Michael Cole and Corey Graves made a big deal about Rhea and Charlotte? Oh, this is the first time in history where it's 2 women and a woman referee and a woman timekeeper and a woman ring announcer and 2 men are the ones who are announcing it. It's like, it's not all women. It's not all women. You guys kind of ruined it. You shouldn't have said it was all women. Yeah. They should have brought Beth down there with someone else to make them.
Oh, that would have been good.
That could have made it better.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. That's an interesting point. I don't know. But yeah, and getting back to tomorrow, Bobby Lashley won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He kind of said, hey, I could come out Saturday or Sunday, so maybe there's something with him, maybe Bray Wyatt, something. So
that's right. We got Brock and Omos.
which I'm looking forward to. But I think my expectation level is where the 4-way tag match was. So it's like, all right, I don't expect much, and if they over deliver, that'll be great. So that's where I'm at with that one.
All right, one last thing about tomorrow night. Percentage chance Dominic attacks Ray when the Hall of Famers come out and do their waving to the crowd.
Yeah. I'll go. Oh boy, that's a good question, Joe.
I'm going 85.
Okay, all right.
I'm going 85% chance that Dominic attacks Ray.
I'll go half of that. I'll go 40. I think that's a great idea, though, because that would definitely be a heat magnet, and so we're still going on. So
yeah, the feud doesn't die, and it still keeps Dominic strong as well. I really think once he lost, I'm like, Dominic's going. We didn't see it at the Hall of Fame. He walked out. He lost his match, so he's bitter.
Yeah,
he's going to attack him when it's Ray's in his tuxedo waving, and then he gets hit from behind.
Okay,
and Rhea's going to have the belt over her head too. I think that's going to be a total heat magnet, and it'll probably happen after the Brock Omos match.
Build the crowd back up. Yeah, I want to see that. That's the way you
now I want to see it.
Sounds fantastic. I'm not sure it's going to happen, but if it does, you heard it here first, and I'm all for it. All right, that'll do it for our WrestleMania Night 1 review show. At That WrestlePod for the socials, and youtube.com/That Wrestling Podcast. We threw up the video of Jason shooting Logan Paul's amazing zipline entrance. And we have a bunch of great stuff on our Twitter as well, if you haven't checked that out. And we will do this all again around this time tomorrow in some way, shape, or form. And good luck to you, Joe, but not too much luck with the picks tomorrow. Otherwise, guys, enjoy wrestling. I think we all did enjoy wrestling tonight. We'll do it again tomorrow, and we'll talk to you then.
Thanks for listening. Follow That WrestlePod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
1, 2, 3, that's it!
Thanks for watching That Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And for more That Wrestling Podcast content, follow @That WrestlePod on social media.